Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and in case your first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you on how to make this beautiful long boobu dress that has a slit and a tight waist at the front. Okay, so I used another fabric to recreate this style. All right, so this is the one I'm wearing. You can see how it looks. So from the video in the center, you can actually see how free the dress is, and again from the video at both sides you can actually see the tight waist at the front. This is because it has a belt inside, a belt also inside. Okay, so you can start to wear it freely like this, or you can tie it to give you that shape at the front. Okay, so if this sounds like something you want to learn, please keep on watching and let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified anytime I upload a new video.
Two souls colliding. We shared the pieces of ourselves. It's perfect timing now. We fueled the flames, but we're still learning to trust, learning to trust. It's never enough, never enough.
So guys, to make this, you'll be needing at least 3 yards. Make sure you have about 3 yards of any fabric you want to use for yours. Okay, so right now just go ahead and open it up, then fold it into two. Okay, firstly I'll cut out the back piece. After cutting the back piece, I'll use it to cut out the front piece. Okay, so right now you're going to make sure it's on a fold like this. Remember I said I'm cutting the back piece first. So now we are going to take the length of this gown. So for me, I'll just leave it at 62 inches. All right, so what I have here is 59 and a half. So I'll just add a band to complete the length. Okay, I'll add another fabric that is a band to complete the full length, which is 62 inches. So once I'm through with that, next thing to do is to place my tape from the folded part. Make sure your fabric is on a fold. So place your tape from the folded part and measure what you have from there to this other side. After that, I have 21 inches. Okay, so once I'm through with that, I'll just make a straight line to serve as my starting point. Okay, so now once I'm through with that, I'll mark 2.5 inches for the neck wideness. Yours could be 3 inches. All right, after that, you mark your half of shoulder circumference divided by 2 plus half an inch for your stitching allowance. After marking that, next you want to do again is to add an extra inches for your sleeve. Okay, so now you're going to add an extra inches for your sleeve. So you can see what I have here. I'll just add 10 inches extra. Okay, for the sleeve length. All right, you can add 12 inches. You can also add 13 inches. This depends on how long or how length you want it to be at the sleeve side. Okay, so after I was done with that, the next thing I want to do again is to go ahead and place my tape from that side. I'll place my tape, then I'll come down by 1 inches. This is for the shoulder slant. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and slant it into the shoulder just like this. Okay, so once I'm through with that, I also place my tape and I'll come down by 9 inches for my armhole depth. Okay, so after marking the 9 inches for your armhole length or armhole depth, you are going to also go back again on the folded part. All right, on the folded part, go back again on the folded part, then mark 2 inches for your neck depth and make your curve like this. Okay, so once you are through with that, place your tape, then come down by your bust line. My bust line is 9 inches, then I'll just mark it. After that, I'll place my tape from there, then I'll just divide my bust circumference by 4. I'll mark it, then add extra 4 inches to it. Okay, you can add 6 inches to yours, you can add 7 inches, you can add 5 inches. This depends on how wide you want your boo to be. Okay, just go ahead and connect it like this. Okay, after that, go ahead and measure what you have there in total. Any inches you have, go ahead and mark it straight down. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and mark my straight down. I'll continue marking until I get to the other end. After marking, you can see what I have here, so I'll just go ahead and cut it off. Okay,
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go.
After cutting, you can see what I have here. So I'll just use this to cut out the front piece. All right. So for the front piece, I'll just go ahead and fold it into two. Then I'll just give a space of 1.5 inches. You can see where I'm marking that on your folded part. Give a space of 1.5 inches. You continue marking until you get to the other end. After marking, you can see what I have here. So the next thing to do is to place your back piece. Okay, place your back piece like this. Can you see? Then after placing, what you will do is to go ahead and mark the neckline for the front. All right, so for that you will place your tape. Then you chalk the point you caused to 2.5 inches neck wideness. After chalking it like that, you're going to also come down by 3.5 inches. Okay, after that you make your round neckline, then go ahead and cut it off just like this. So now after cutting, you can see what I have here. So I also cut out the shoulder side, trim the excess at the shoulder, and also cut out the side.
Messing with my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I?
After the cutting and everything, the next thing you want to do is to open it up. So this is how the front looks like. Okay, so now go ahead and turn it over to the wrong side. Place them the right side facing each other like this. So after placing, you place your tape from the neckline, come down by 4.5 inches. Okay, so after marking the 4.5 inches, the next thing you want to do is to place your tape from the shoulder line. Go ahead and determine where you want your front slit to start from, like where you want the opening for your front to start. Okay, so for this dress I marked 40 inches. Yours could be 35 inches. If you want it very open, you mark 35. Yours could be 36. It could be 38. All right, then after marking that, the next thing you want to do now is to head over to your sewing machine and go ahead and stitch it from this side. From this side I marked the 4.5. Go ahead and stitch it down to the side I marked 40 inches. All right, so I've gone ahead to stitch it down, and you can see what I have here. So from that point I stitch it down from there to the point I chalked the 40 inches. All right, you get what I'm saying? All right, so after that you go ahead and turn it over to the wrong side like this. Then what you want to do now is to go ahead and give it a very nice press. All right, so I'll use my steam iron to give it a very nice press. Make sure you press the seam opening like this. All right,
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold.
so guys, after I was done ironing, you can see what I have here. Can you see how relaxed everything looks? And this is the front slit. You can see the front slit here. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and attach the band on the down part. All right, so you know the down part, the length is not actually complete. I have 59 inches, so here I have 2.5 inches for the band. All right, I have 2.5 inches on fold for the band. All right, so I'll just go ahead and attach it. After pinning it down, I'll head over to my sewing machine and go ahead and make a stress stitch. All right, using my 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing for the back piece as well. If your fabric is very enough, there is no need going through this process. Like if you have a complete length for your dress, there's no need attaching this band that I'm doing here. Do you get? So after sewing, you can see what I have here. So I also iron the seam opening for the down part. You can see how relaxed everything looks. All right, so now I'll bring my hemming gum. Then I'll just go ahead and insert it like this. Just open the seam, then put your hemming gun, close it up, do the same thing on the other side as well, then go ahead and iron it. All right, don't sew on it, just go ahead and iron it. When you make use of your hemming gun, it's going to help you with a very neat and nice finishing. Okay, it will look so neat. All right, so don't use your machine to sew anything. If you don't have hemming gum, try and buy in order to have that neat finishing. You get. So I'll just continue putting the hemming gun. Once I put, I iron it out. Once I put, I iron it out until I get to the upper part. After ironing, you can see what I have here. You can see how neat and relaxed everything looks. Okay, so this is the slit. All right, so now I'll turn it over to the right side. So you see how the right side looks. So this is the down part for the right side. You can see how everything looks. This is the slit, that is the opening at the front. Okay, so the next thing to do now is to go ahead and sew my bias. I'll just attach a bias on the neckline, then I'll go ahead and sew. All right, so I supposed to sew this bias before ironing the seam or before attaching my earring gum. So I'll just open it up a little bit, then I'll just go ahead and pin it down. After pinning, I'll head over to my sewing machine and I will sew it. All right, also top stitch when you sew your first stitch. After sewing, you can see what I have here. So I also ironed the same opening. Okay, you know I opened it a little bit. So after sewing, I ironed it. Okay, this is how everything is looking like. The next thing to do is to place the back piece on it like this. So I want to go ahead and join the shoulder. Okay, so place it like this, then go ahead and join the shoulder using your half an inch. Just make a straight stitch like this. Also do the same thing for the other side as well. After that, you can see what I have here, guys. All right, we're almost done with this dress. All right, after sewing the shoulder, like after joining the shoulder, I also fold the sleeve part. You can see I folded the sleeve part with it's almost 1 inch. Okay, it's not even up to 1 inch, but almost 1 inch. Okay, so now after that, what I'm going to do is to go ahead and sew the both side just like this. Okay, head over to your sewing machine and go ahead and sew. You're going to continue sewing until you get to the other end. Do the same thing for the other side. So after I was done, you can see what I have here, guys. Can you see how it's looking? So I used half an inch for the sewing of the both side, or for the join of the both side. Okay, so the next thing to do is to attach the belt on both side. All right, so to achieve that, you will place your tape from the shoulder line, place your tape, then come down by your waistline. Okay, so I'll just mark my waistline on this side. Also do the same thing on the other side. Place your tape from the shoulder line, come down by your waistline, make the mark. Okay, so after marking, you're going to place your tape from the center side. You place your tape, then divide your waist circumference by 4. All right, then mark quarter of your waist circumference on both sides. Okay, I marked mine on this side and I also do the same thing on the other side. You can see where I placed my tape before marking. Right, so after doing that, you will have something looking like this. Okay, so now this is the belt. I already gone ahead to sew. This is just a band. I just sewed it with half an inch inside, and for the wideness I have 1.5 inches for the wideness. Okay, that means if you want to cut, you cut out 2 inches on a fold, then sew with half an inch. After everything, you have your 1.5 inches. All right, so for the length of your belt, just go ahead and cut out about 32 inches or 33 inches. Okay, so after that, go ahead and place it like this, then pin it down with your pin. All right, then place this other one like this. You can see where I'm placing it. Okay, make sure the two belts are facing each other, like make sure the open edge of your belt are facing each other. All right, so you get it very right. So after attaching, you can see what I have here. So go ahead and stitch it down using half an inch. Okay, so after stitching, you tie it. This is what you will have. You have something looking like this, but that will be in the inside. So guys, after sewing, I'll turn it to the right side. All right, I'll turn it to the right side like this. So you can see what I have here. So the belt is not showing outside, is inside, it's invisible. All right, so if you want to tie, you're going to tie your belt from the inside to give you that shape at front. Okay, so these are slit open. You can see how everything is looking so fine. There's no need of me folding the down part because I already have the band. All right, if you don't have band on yours because you have a full length, then go ahead and fold. All right, so this is how everything is looking. The next thing left is for me to iron it out. So thank you so much for watching.